Hello everybody, welcome back to yet another episode of the Lost Mine Pokemon Trading Card Game Podcast. It is me, Landen, here with my co-host Lucas. We're in a bit of a new setting. How are you doing today, Sir Lucas?
We're doing good. I'm doing good. We're just in a different part of my building of residency.
Correct.
So, yeah, boardroom. And Landon has stated earlier that he thinks we should make this the new thing.
Well, this probably won't be a consistent thing, but this is the end goal, is to have a podcast booth, as one would say, with microphones and a couple different cameras.
So we're going to become podcast bros.
Yeah, no, I want to make real production value. Just not really in a position in my life to have that done right now, but just trying to test new things to see what sticks.
I'm in even less of a position for that to happen.
Yes, but Landen of the Lost Mine Podcast will be funding a podcast booth at some point in the future, just out of a passion project. But today, Lucas, how are you feeling? How are you doing today?
They're fine.
Did we go into tournaments?
We did go to some tournaments this week.
Tournaments.
Yeah, I went to tournaments. I went to tournaments too. So the first tournament that I went to since last week was I went to a tournament last Thursday. Mm-hmm. It was a challenge and I won.
Okay.
Playing Arctina.
We've both been playing some Arctina.
Saturday was a cup. Where was the cup on Saturday?
Magic Stronghold.
I won. He went 1-2 drop.
Correct.
And then Sunday was another cup, and I went 1-2. So
Sunday I won a cup. So in the last weekend, me and Lucas have both won a cup, both done bad at a cup, and Lucas has won a challenge. So all with Arctina each. We're both liking Arctina a lot in this current Temporal Forces format.
Wait, and then the second cup I went to also had a challenge after, and I was the only senior.
Nice. Free dub.
No, yeah, we both have been liking Arctina. I think that's really strong.
Yeah, I've been liking my Arctina list. The one you've been playing too, we've been both playing it. Playing 4 Lost City, double Iron Leagues with the Prime Catcher.
I cut the 4th Lost City.
Bro.
I'm trying it. I'm trying a 4th Iona because Alyssa has been feeling a little bit inconsistent.
Dog, I played against an Ancient box at the League Cup the other day. Bro, the Lost Cities were broken. There's just a couple matchups where you have to hit Lost City. And I agree that it's not ideal to play 4, but you have to hit it. Against Chen Pao, you need boss Lost City every turn. So, but anyways, today we have a couple things to talk about. We have a very interesting winning deck in Indianapolis. We have some results to talk about there. Something Angie's been liking. Lucas's mom has been a fan of the Dialga deck. And then we also have a Champions League that has taken place in Japan with some of the new cards from our Twilight Masquerade set that we get to talk about, which is quite interesting, I think. So Lucas, unless you have anything else to say, I have a transition to make, guys.
I got nothing to say.
Oh, clean.
Whoa, magic!
So, this is our Indianapolis results. As many of you may know, Andrew Hedrick has taken down his 3rd regional with Dialga Metang.
Man, this list looks so clean.
It is a really sick list, actually. So, for listeners only, it's playing the 3-3 Dialga lane, 4-4 Metang, and then 4 Super Rod, I think, is the standout inclusion here.
Yeah, because 2 gear wasn't in every list.
I think the traditional Dialga list, before this tournament, was playing Arven TM Evolution, and Arven in this deck does not draw cards, and that was probably a huge issue for this deck. And Andrew's kind of just gone 4 Research, 4 Iono with some Pokegears, and then 4 Rods to fuel your Metangs mid to late game. And I'm sure he was just accelerating a lot of energies, taking extra turns, taking 1-hit knockouts. And then with this list, the Zamazenta is pretty easily, obviously, to recycle because you have 4 Rods.
Broken.
Yeah, so you can just go 220, Rod it back. Metal Maker.
CPAW matchup is so free.
Yeah, CPAW seems like a very good matchup for this.
And there was so many CPAWs.
Yeah, there was. We'll see in a second here. There was 4 in top 8?
Something crazy like that.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
And then 1 came 9th.
So 1 bubbled, yeah, and we had 4 in top 8. That's crazy.
So we had 7 in top 16. So almost half of top 16 was CPAW.
Chad had a very strong performance, but I think that Dialga is pretty underrated. Obviously, it's going to be on people's radars now. I haven't really tested this much because it just did well. Didn't really think much of it before this tournament. I'm just curious to see what this deck's matchup spread is, because
probably takes a 50. I've heard it takes a 50-50 to Zara, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's favored. Your CPAW matchup's definitely very free. Yeah,
Chen Pao seems very good. Because you could even go Boss Star Chronos backs, Prime Catcher, Metal Blast other backs or something, which would be crazy. And then you also have Mew EX is a pretty good attacker here. So you have the ability to like chain Zamazentas, like maybe into something like Zard, you could, if you want to represent like a 1-prize board state, you could put them down to 1 prize with Zam and then take like a 3/30 knockout with Mew.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like Mew has probably a lot of attacking utility as well because it's like an instant one-shot option against things like Tina and Zard. That's one turn. You can put it down. You don't have to evolve like Dialga.
Yeah, I agree. It's really strong. Like, if they are and also, if they ever take out a Matang and then they just take out 2 2-prizers, then the Mew does hit for the 330 number. And, like, if Mew ever hits for 330 in the Zard matchup, it's, like, pretty over.
Yeah. Well, it's the last turn of the game. It has to be over.
Oh, yeah, true.
One of you is one if you're attacking for 3/3 with Genome Hacking.
Yeah.
And then it's also going to have utility in things like Tina, and then it can use Moonlight Shuriken. Especially with the Prime Catcher, you have that option of going like Prime Catcher up, Rad Ninja, Genome Hacking for 2 prize cards with Moonlight Shuriken or something. But
yeah,
this is probably going to be a deck that you're going to see a lot more of moving forward because the hype train is real. People are into the Dialga deck. Not only is it very strong, it's probably a lot of fun to just like sling metals and play with Metal Maker and just tap 3 Metangs a turn, just 3 energies everywhere.
Bro, you're using so much magic lingo recently?
Bro, you're fine. You literally tap the cards when you use them in the Pokemon game now.
Nuh-uh.
People actually tap their Pokemon, so it's Pokemon lingo, canon to the game.
Yeah, I feel
this list looks clean.
This list is very, very clean. Like, this is one of the decks that will best use Prime Catcher, too.
Yeah, taking extra prize cards is pretty crazy. Dialga is a very strong effect. Taking extra turn is broken, especially when you're doing 220. You can take 2 prize cards, take an extra turn.
Take another 2
Yeah, take another 2. Is just going to kind of wreck your opponent if you're able to set it up. And this list looks pretty consistent for a Dialga deck. So,
yeah.
Congrats to Andrew.
Very, very strong 60. Yeah, let's go back here. C-Pow coming second.
So we're going to not have to look if you see
Oh, my goodness.
We do not need to look at the list like that many times because everyone played the same. I guess none of the other ones in the top 8 here are rocking the... Oh, no, I lied. They're all the same.
No, they aren't. None of the other 60s in the top 8 are this.
We'll see. We'll have a look at them. But this is just the exact same 60 that Regan Resloff got top 4 in Orlando with. Pretty strong Chen Pao 60. We're seeing Chen Pao definitely was benefiting from Charizard playing no max belt. But even then, I think Chen Pao still is probably favored the more I've looked at the matchup. Because if they just don't bench Chen Pao turn 1, you have to take 1 prize knockout. And then just go 2/2/2 on you. And then you have no chance.
Maybe, yeah. That makes sense.
So Chen Pao is drawing what it needs to draw. Like, Chen Pao kind of just steamrolls everything. It's a little bit inconsistent. It's weak to getting, like, your Bibs picked off, your Baxes picked off. Especially, like Arceus playing Lost City now. You have a bad matchup there. But Chen Pao just super powerful.
One bad thing about Arceus now is that it's not taking too good of a Dialga matchup. We got to test it, but from what I've played, true. It's not taking that good of a Dialga matchup.
Yeah, that could be a thing. I mean, you feel like you could be okay with Artina because you could set up the Tina and then just like aggro boss the Dialga down. But I don't know. I haven't tested the matchup at all. So.
What if you played V-Guard?
Well, the Radguardy stops.
But V-Guard Radguardy makes it so that they need 2 extra medals.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure. But this is playing Cancel and Clone. I know there's some lists that aren't playing Cancel and Clone. I think other lists in the top 8 aren't. I think Silene is now like
Silene's kind of a staple
in this deck.
Silene's very strong.
It's very good against Airy. It's good against TM Devo decks. It's just good to get back like 5th Superior or another Super Rod. Or you can get back your Prime Catcher, which is really sick.
Oh, yeah.
There's just a lot of things
Silene
to
has
get
so
back.
much value in this deck.
Yeah.
One of the deck's biggest weaknesses is like in the late game you just run out of resources.
Real. But this is Chen Pao. Chen Pao's pretty clean. Feeling good about it.
Yeah.
It did a lot of good placements here.
Congrats to Grant Shen.
You have Dean Nazam in top 4. I think I played against Dean at a tournament this season. I forget which one. I think it was Knoxville. Played in day 2, I think.
Did you beat him?
I did.
Dang. Goated.
He was playing Lost Box then as well. But this is looking to be like a pretty standard like Paradox box, as they would say. No Iron Bundle, notably. I saw a couple of people hating on Iron Bundle. I think you're just kind of taking the L to Flutterman, I guess.
Yeah. I think this list is clean. I'm liking the Hoopa. I mean, the Hoopa seems good into like Arc and Turbo Hands, so I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah, no, I think Hoopa's good right now. It's gonna be great into Dialga as well.
Oh yeah,
Dialga's doing well.
Yeah, I just
because they just need 6 energies and you're one-shotting, which is way better than using Frenzied Gouging because it has full HP still.
If they play smart, then they can just only attach 5 at a time.
Yeah, I mean it's not gonna be a main attacker. You can just moon them, but
yeah.
This is looking pretty standard. Like we're playing Roxanne, boss, playing both the Paradoxes, playing Raikou unfortunately, but that seems to be the consensus people have come to.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we're wrong in this situation.
I'm still a Raikou hater.
But it doesn't.
I like the
never feels
Sealstone
good.
Lost Vacuum. Not an especially turbo list, not especially a slow one. Playing artisans, not town stores or Pokestops. But congrats to Dean. Pretty clean list. Looks pretty standard.
Yeah. Dub.
Good to see that Lost Zone is still doing well. I think the downtick in Airy is kind of causing Lost Box to have a bit of a comeback. Airy is pretty strong against them.
This deck is actually really
This is like the all-out Blitzo list, right?
Yeah, this deck is actually really strong right now. Grant Manley coming in 4th place with this like Wigglytuff control deck. So Wigglytuff has been becoming more widespread in control as it makes you take a way better. I just realized the painting on the walls slanted. That's really annoying. It makes you take a way better Turbo Hands matchup. Into any deck that reaches to insane numbers, you can just go Wigglytuff, attach Special Energy, Hero's Cape, and then just Sharon it. Like, I think this list is quite good, and the more I look at control, the more it's kind of appealing. It's, like, appealing.
You said that. My friend Nathan Ginsberg did well. Actually, he got 65th in EUIC with this deck. He was on stream a couple times. He's doing really well, but he was telling me, like, Wigglytuff, you just take all your prize cards, because you just deal 180, you have 450 hit points, you Sharons, you put up like your Radizard, you take more prize cards, like you just have all the outs. He was playing Fighting Energy to attack with Cloth though, which was interesting. But yeah, this list just has a bunch of one-ups, like a lot of different outs into different matchups. You got the Aries for disruption, good the Heroes Cape to have huge HP.
Super kind of weird to me.
Why?
I'd want to see 2 Heavy Ball because there's so many Pokemon that you can prize that like there's a fine chance you prize 2 good
I'm also curious if like why wouldn't you want to play second Jigglypuff, because then you could like maybe Charon bench.
And then just like
you could just like Charon Wigglytuff. I mean, obviously they didn't want that because they didn't play it. More experience than me, but I'd be curious if second Jigglypuff would be cool. But maybe you just don't need that extra turn. I don't know.
We'll say Arctina absolutely shellacks this deck.
I would not go that far.
Maybe not.
You can't really touch Wigglytuff or Cloth.
But then you just touch the Pidgeots and then you go Judge Swing.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I feel like this is probably actually a pretty tough matchup for Arc because you're going to be pressured into setting up Tina V for Mimikyu. Then you have Switch. You have to play like you have to retreat energies off to do that. Switch cards. You'd be really soft into Cloth. I mean, if you're playing Max Belt, you'd be fine into Cloth, but we're not. So, but
what is Cloth weak to? It's weak to Psychic, right?
Grass.
Well, then we just leaves it.
Oh, I guess yeah. Yeah, that works. We're playing double leaves as well, which is pretty cool. So I don't know. Maybe we should test this matchup a bit more now that it's doing a little better.
We will.
But yeah, control. Drop to Grant. I know all the like that group, like the Azul, Caleb.
Yeah, click on it and just see how many people were playing the same 60. I know that it was quite a few. It was him, Caleb Gedimer, Ryan Antonucci, and Azul.
Oh yeah, four of them all placed in the top 32 with this list. So obviously it's a pretty strong play right now. Nick Moffat, what is different about Nick's list?
No canceling clone.
Ah.
No canceling clone, 3-2 bib line. 3-2 bib line.
Oh yeah, I like that. I really like third Bidoof because you're able to have 2 Bidoofs down. You only really 1 Bibarel in play, but it's just you need 2 down, so if they boss, you have 1 easily developable. Because if they boss your only Bib, you're kind of hooped.
Yeah.
Or if they go, let's not hope they go Prime Catcher your only Bib. I don't know you.
True.
Then you're cooked.
Then you're cooked.
You're very cooked.
Also
playing 2
Chen
Pao.
One less C-Pow, yeah.
Yeah. Which I think is fine. I mean, I feel like the third Chen Pao is almost like a tech for Lost City, maybe.
Ooh.
What?
4 rare candy.
Oh, that's kind of sick. But I don't think you really need that with Silene. I feel like the 4th rare candy is just kind of a tech for TM Devo, but Silene already kind of is your 4th candy.
Yeah, it could even be your 5th candy. Play Palpad instead.
Real.
Wait, Palpad could actually be good in this deck, because then you can Palpad your Silene back into like resource denial decks. You can Palpad Iridos for the late game.
Maybe.
We should just.
I'm not a Palpad player. In
we should play C-Pow with Palpad.
I'm hating.
Nah,
but this is like two cards different. Chen Pao, very good. This is kind of pretty close to like the optimal 60 for Pao by the seams of things.
Yeah.
We have 6th and 7th all playing Pao. We have Eddie North here.
He's playing Cologne. He's playing
2 Pokestop. What the heck?
Bro.
You can't be doing that.
4
candy as well. 3rd Chen Pao. So it's Nick Moffat's list. Minus Pokestop plus Canceling Clone minus Bidoof plus something.
Probably one of the ball cards?
Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, this is again pretty much the exact same list. Congrats to Eddie North. This is just showing like Chen Pao is like everywhere. Andrew Mahone getting a top 8 finish of the Tricky Gym. Playing
4. No, I thought that was 4 Friggy. 3 Friggy.
No 70 HP Friggy, which is interesting. I think that you're kind of pigeonholed into playing 70 HP Friggies after the new set drops.
Why? Oh, yeah.
Because of Dragapult. But 2 Retreat sucks. but also playing 4 candy. So 3 of the lists in Top Cut were playing 4 rare candy, which is interesting.
Very interesting.
Maybe you just want it for the consistency aspect. I'm not sure. I don't really think I've ever felt the need for 4 candy in POW.
This is also playing at the triple Pokestop.
Yeah, which is good. But pretty cookie cutter list for the most part.
Yep.
Congrats to Andrew.
Rounding out the top 8 is the only Charizard.
Yeah, interesting because Charizard's won every other major in North America. This is the first one it hasn't won.
Max Belt.
Spot. Yeah, so Ian was playing Max Belt. I saw that he said he was only playing Max Belt because he thought other Zards were not playing it, which was my theory on why Max Belt was needed at EUIC, is because other Zards would play it and you wouldn't have it and they'd be advantaged. Which is kind of what Ian was thinking.
And it worked.
Yeah, and he's the only one in top 8, so he probably was winning Zard Mirrors, having a much better time into CPOW than the other Zards that were playing Prime Catcher, because Prime Catcher POW, or Prime Catcher Zard is like just pretty cooked into POW. You really do not have much into them, because you're always taking the 2 prizes after them, like every time.
Yeah.
So...
That seems really strong.
Yeah, Ian, this is pretty much the Tord, or the Liam list, but just playing Max Belt
over Prime Catcher.
Interesting that he didn't compensate by playing any extra Gust, or I guess he has second Counter Catcher and they didn't.
Yeah, and he plays Palpad and Double Boss.
Yeah. So, but no, yeah, so he's got like the
he doesn't
Team
play
Yellow
Defiance
tier.
Band, which I'm not a huge fan of.
Well,
I think Defiance Band helps you so much in the Tina matchup, but I don't think you can play 3 belts.
Belt, why would Defiance Band help you when Choice Belt wouldn't?
Because you want to just play 2, and just having Defiance Band is nice in certain spots.
I guess. I don't know, my theory between the two is like Choice Belt covers Vs, Max Belt covers EXs. You kind of just have coverage into both spots, so you don't really need Defiance Band.
But like in the Tina, when they take a prize, you go like Choice Belt, Counter Catcher, swing, and then you just like swing again with the Radzard in the late game. And it's like a difference maker.
Oh yeah, I'm not denying that's better, but I don't think you're playing 3. Yeah. If you're playing Max Belt, you're probably not playing Defiance Belt.
Yeah.
But other than that, Ian's got a pretty standard Zard list here. Interesting to see a Yawn, a Charmeleon ×2, and a Jirachi.
You just said a yawn?
Yeah, because you yawned. 2 Charmeleons and Jirachi is not usually what we see. We usually see either or.
But I don't mind it, because you're already cutting the Defiance Band for from the Tina matchup, so having the Jirachi to not just get cooked by late game Roxanne, Sableye, Bidoof, or Barrel is kind of nice.
Yeah. But congrats to Ian.
Yeah, congrats to Ian. I think that 60 could be arguably ideal.
I think he said that now that people expect Max Belt again, he's going to go back to Prime Catcher, though. Maybe we'll have a look through the top 16. We've already seen this control list. John Eng is just playing POW. This is the exact same 60. We have Michael. We have another
Charizard
Zard in top 16 here. This is playing Hero's Cape, which is interesting. No Regieleki, which seems like this would be kind of a Regieleki shell. Playing Mist Energy, playing Hero's Cape, TM Devolution, Defiance Band.
Double Turbo.
Double Turbo, double Counter Catcher.
No Jirachi.
I like no Jirachi.
I can't tell, because everyone's playing Jirachi, so it makes you rethink. But I was a Jirachi hater going to EUIC. I thought it was just a free spot.
I agree. And also Clef has become a staple now, which is...
So sick. Clef is such a broken card.
Clef is cool. But yeah, this is, again, Zard is at most 4 cards different from each other. It's usually the A-spec. How many Turos are you playing?
No, let's do a recency bias and just say that Charizard's tier 2.
Sure. Leonardo Fernandez, another Lost Zone player. We have quite a few Lost Zones.
Mew!
Top 16. This is kind of close to Dean, playing 1 Pokestop, 1 Artisan instead of 2 Artisan.
But he's playing a Mew EX.
Yeah, playing Mew EX.
Which I think is really... I like that. It's good into, Zard. It's good into, CPOW, decks out of Radiant Greninja. Good into, opposing Lost Boxes. Sometimes.
It's an acceptable card. I don't love it. From what I've heard, it's mostly there to play against Zard to have as your last attacker, because it's easier to set up because you don't have to put 2 darks on it, and it can also draw you a card or 2 when you're getting Ion onto 1 or 2 at the end of the game.
Yeah, seems strong.
But I still feel like Moon is probably enough. I've preferred Dean's list over this personally.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I'm just a really big fan of teched out 60s. I don't know why. But Dean 60 is definitely way more straightforward.
Oh, why don't you look at that? So, 13 and 14. My homeboy, Jackson Ford, a friend, he used to live in Calgary, lives in Toronto now. We've been playing. I played with him in seniors back in 2016.
Dub.
Very, very kind.
That was the guy that we met in the airport, right?
No.
No?
No, we did not meet him at the airport.
Oh.
No. But anyways, he's playing the exact same list as Leonardo was.
Yeah, exact same 60.
And then also 21st, so They have a pretty strong 60 going here. I'll have to message him on Twitter about the Mew EX.
Do you think that they just did it randomly? Or do you think they tested? Because one's from Brazil, one's from Canada.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Jackson's friends with Brazilian. I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, but I mean, it's way more
Reagan again
now.
In top 16. So.
We know the 60, though. This they seem 60.
And then final in top 16 is Paul Miller.
We also are going to have to look down to 18th because McConney made it.
Yeah. Oh, it's just another control arc.
This is the
Max Belt Lugia. Sorry, this is 17th, but Lugia with double Thornton Max Belt.
What?
Interesting.
How does this 60 work?
You're just trying to spam Minchino into play, I guess.
This guy plays 2 Jacques?
Interesting. 2 Arvin.
What? How does this 60 function?
Vitband for the 230.
It plays 0 Nest Ball. It plays 4 Ultra, 4 Aroma. That's it.
Sick. Yeah, I don't know. Good job, Chris.
Bro,
I didn't mean to click on you, but we're glad we did. Paul Miller in 16th place here with Lost Ontina.
Whoa, that's a cool deck.
This is a very, very standard list.
14 of E is the only different thing.
Yeah, I guess 14 of E, 1 Temple, Prime Catcher.
Please be playing 4 Jet.
Oh, and 3 Jet is cringe.
Why do people play 3 Jet?
Well, I kind of get it now that you have Rescue Board.
No, it just doesn't make sense because it's a switch and a retreat.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay, wait, can we look at McConney? He's 18th.
Let's see. Okay. We'll look at McConney because Lucas wants to, and then we'll move on to Champions League.
Oh, it's just control.
Yeah, it's control arc. So we saw this in EUIC, got top 32. We're playing Radzard, 4-3 arc. I'm curious why this isn't a 4-4 Arceus line.
Yeah, this is the kind of deck that 4-4 arc would shine.
This would be absolutely a 4-4 arc in my eyes. We're playing Hero's Cape with the Roseanne's backup package, so you can recycle that. We got double Airy, double Grabber, so you're trying to be disruptive into things like Zard. You have TM Devolution. No way to recycle it, though. Or no, you do.
Yeah,
you have Roseanne. Oh, you have Roseanne's Pal Pad, so you have up to 3 TM Devos, technically, which is actually pretty cool.
Pretty strong. Yeah, no, I think the reason this is a 4-4 arc deck is because, like, decks such as Arctina don't really have space for it, and their main attacker is not Arc in a lot of games. Their main attacker is still Arc. But, like, they have other attackers, but this deck's main attacker is Arc, so having, like, a very defined 4-4 line of it, I think would be very nice in just consistently putting, like, 2 Arc V-Stars down. Because whenever you put 2 Arc V-Stars down, you're chilling. Like, you feel so comfortable.
Yeah, it's just nice to insulate you from prizes. Also, just a consistency boost. Like 4th Arc V-Star is nice in these kind of
decks.
Yeah,
it's so many. There's so many.
I'm curious about the Fluttermane. Like, are
Lost
you
Box.
like retreating into Fluttermane into Lost Box? That seems horrible.
It's in every one of these control 60s.
I know. I just don't understand. Like, you're not attaching to and then retreating into Fluttermane turn 1.
Yeah, you're probably like. I mean, maybe you are because it just completely shuts them down.
I guess maybe like mid game you're trying to go like attach to it once and then go like attach to it with a double turbo. I know them attack with Hex Hurl, maybe take a KO or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is like a pretty interesting way to play Arc. I'm definitely more defensive than Arctina. I haven't really tried this. Maybe I should try this. Maybe at the Cup tomorrow. We have a Cup tomorrow. Or should maybe I'll play Arctina. Probably should just play Arctina. That's what I want.
What if we tried control? Because like the thing is, we're mentioning a bunch of 60s that are in this. Maybe we shouldn't even play Arc. Maybe we should play something else tomorrow. Because, like, I'm kind of getting a bit skeptical of Arctina if we're losing to Control and we're losing to Dialga.
I don't know how this beats Dialga any better. I mean, I can see Radzard, but that's not really doing much.
I mean, maybe... Okay, wait. Oh, man.
Lucas having a crisis about the League Cup
Wait,
tomorrow.
Control is, like... We just went over it. Like, Control's not even that bad of a matchup.
But that's McConney. Any other... There's quite a few...
Espathra!
So I'm not going to look at all the lists. There's a Espathra in top 32, again by Braden Elfert. We have 2 more Dialga Met tanks. There's 3 of those in the top 32. More Chen Paos.
You have an Arc Vulpix and... Wait. 37th place.
Oh, Adam Reinhardt. I went for dinner with him in EUIC.
Oh, awesome.
Cool guy. But...
Let's look at it.
Okay, fine. We'll look at it. I don't want to, but... Sandy Shocks... Yeah, we got Sandy Shocks, Raging Bolt here. Don't know if this is...
Coming in 37th place.
Anywhere close to the power level needed to compete at a high level, but good job. I think that we saw an Ogre Pond Raging Bolt list. That could be cool in the new
Yeah,
set.
we did. It was in a City League.
Yeah, but we're not looking at City Leagues today, unfortunately.
We're looking at Champions League.
We are looking at
In
Champions
my
League.
opinion, City Leagues are way cooler than Champions League.
Yeah, they're definitely just more casual, so you have a lot more cool decks coming out to play.
Yeah, and also it just seems better. Like, just more fun to be
I just want to look at the statistics real quick. So we had almost 27% of day 2 was Zards, only 1 in top 8. Less than half of that was Chen Pao, and there was 4 in top 10. So
Chen
Chen Pao super overperformed this event. There was also The third most popular deck was Arceus in day 2, which is interesting, and that probably didn't convert very well, I'm assuming.
It was like Arc Pix, Arctina.
Yeah, there's 2 in top 32.
And so many Arctinas did so mid.
Yeah, that's a pretty common trend, honestly, in day 2s. But we're also seeing quite a few people run deep with it. I think the deck is still pretty good. I just don't...
you ran deep with it.
I have made the deep run with Arctina before. Lost Zone Box was 4th most popular. We had Gardevoir in 5th place, and then we just kind of dropped Dialga was...
Is Josh Frink in Gardevoir? Because I know he was like talking about how his 60 like beats Zard. Can we just see if Josh Frink...
Josh Frink was playing Arctina this event, and he got 20th place.
Oh, what?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh.
But there's a cloth.
Yeah, no.
Sorry,
it didn't do that bad.
Oh, I see it. I'm not gonna... It's the cloth Cramorant thing. I thought it was... It's not cloth Electrode. This is lying.
Electrode's not even in the format. Electrode rotated. No, it didn't rotate, but the Curry did.
Yeah, Curry did. But yeah, I think when things take out of this tournament, Dialga is going to be a very strong deck moving forward. Chen Pao having a bad matchup in Dialga is pretty interesting, but seeming to have a good matchup into like pretty much everything else.
Yeah.
Chen Pao super overperformed. We saw like just a decline of Charizard in general, so you might be seeing quite a bit of a meta shift going into Dialga.
We'll say Dialga's definitely the people's favorite. I was in an online tournament.
Yeah.
I was in an online tournament a couple days ago. Dialga was the most played above Charizard.
That's funny. Yeah, everyone loves Dialga. It's a fun deck to play. Your mom's gonna do good in NAIC with it. It's gonna be sweet.
Oh yeah, my mom's on the waiting list for NAIC. So
she's gotta get in.
This is it. I think my mom, if she went for it, she could easily make Worlds. She's a very good player, but she just like I don't want to play competitively.
Yeah, she just likes to judge, I think.
And it's like no, she doesn't even like to judge.
That's true.
She should just go for it. She should just go for it.
She can do the tournament grind with us next year.
She should just go for it.
But yeah, looking forward into LA. We'll be doing a tier list for LA, I'm sure, the week before. But watch out for Chen Pao, watch out for Dialga. That's probably the biggest takeaways.
Control's also like very overperformed.
Yeah, Pidgeot Control did very well. I mean, all the players that played it are all very good players, so I'm not surprised they did well with regardless of what they played.
No, it's Wool Sucks, bro.
Yeah. You can cope, I guess.
Joking.
But
what? I can cope?
I think, yeah, we also see
joking.
Future Hands is like nowhere to be seen because that deck's falling off super hard.
I don't think Future Hands is that strong.
But that is Indianapolis.
Gets cooked by Zard. Yeah.
I think now...
We're in our halfway point.
We're not eating the candy.
We gotta eat the candy. Bro.
Nah, bro, we're not eating the candy. I've made the decision. It's going to be way too crinkly. The audio is going to be unlistenable. Lucas wanted to, halfway through the episode, eat Haribos, but... that's what it's going to sound like, bro. So I think we can stop.
Bro, that just destroyed people's ears. It was like all the way up to the red in here.
Sorry, headphone users. But now...
That should just be our ASMR. We should just crinkle the bag and
for the next act of our show, we're going to be talking about...
we turned into a show.
Champions League, which was somehow won by Miraidon.
You should have seen... Did you see the finals? Did you see how this guy won?
No. Was it Cheese?
No. He won by hitting boss double turbo off of concealed cards for the game.
Sick.
By playing to his outs, he just got there.
That's dope.
So yeah, I think Miraidon's actually quite strong in the new format. Like, I've been thinking about it.
I get the theory, but as soon as... Why doesn't Dragapult just play a Defiance Band? And then this matchup is so good for Dragapult.
Yeah, I guess people would just be playing it.
Because you can just Arvin for it if you can just answer the hands right away with Phantom Dive. But the idea with Miraidon, why it's doing so well in Japan right now, is the two most popular decks are Dragapult and Lugia. And Miraidon's going to be doing good into both of those because you can present turn 1 Amp into Dragapult. A lot of the time, the Amp is going to take 4 prize cards, and then you have Raichu to take your last 2 on the Dragapult.
Yeah.
So you have a really easy map in that matchup, and then into Lugia, it's just hitting Lightning Weakness. Miraidon's always done well into Lugia. Not a surprise there.
Not Miraidon, unfavored into Lugia for real.
For real, dude. But yeah, we're seeing the new card. Only new card here, I think, is Tatsugiri, which is going to be pretty good for like every deck, really. It's just a good support piece, helps you dig for your important supporters.
Yeah, it's good to have on the bench for like Iona proofing too, because you just have to rescue board.
At the last turn of the game, you rescue board it. It can find your bosses that you need for game pretty easily.
Yeah.
Notably, no Ionos here, so this is just pure aggro, which I kind of respect, but kind of curious as to why this has 0 hand disruption, because Miraidon's typically leaned into hand disruption pretty hard because the deck is kind of weak, and you're kind of just relying on your opponent breaking a little bit.
I can also see this deck just playing a Roxanne.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still not super confident that Miraidon's going to translate into North American events, just because the deck is incredibly underpowered. Lucas is just straight up sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
You're capping at like 220 most of the time. Maybe you take 2 prize cards with Amp, but you have like no outs into Charizard if that deck creeps up at all. Like Charizard supposedly is seeing like very little play in Japan, but
yeah, it doesn't seem that good of a deck anymore. We should just all be playing Sinistcha.
I don't know. I know I'm a believer. I know it just won Champions League.
I'm a believer.
Lugia won Champions League, and now Lugia sucks in this current format. So
I am a believer. I think that this is a strong deck.
I think as soon as Dragapult adapts and plays Defiance Band, you're just...
Yeah. As soon as we play Defiance Band, we pack it up.
I guess you're putting Bravery Charm on your hand, so it's not that easy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe. I'm a believer.
But in second place, we
Monkey
have Gardevoir
Dory!
with the Monkey Dory. Double Dark Energy. Monkey Dory, I'm pretty sure that I was talking good things about Monkey Dory on the podcast before.
Yeah, you were liking Guardian Monkey Dory too.
I think Monkey Dory is just a genuinely cracked effect. So broken. The reason I really like Monkey Dory to start is because I played with Bayonet GX back in the day, or like real OGs will play with Bayonet EX, the OG one from like 05 or whatever, which has the ability, if it's in the active, you can move 1 damage counter from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon, and that ability felt really nice. Monkey Dory is just that times 3, and it doesn't have to be in the active. It is so crazy.
No, it's what is it? It's the evolved version of Esper.
What is that card? What is that card?
And it was the EX that we all played in, like...
Meowstick
EX. And it was like you move damage. It was like 1 counter a turn. Can you look it up?
No.
It was like, I don't think it was the same effect. It might have just been move damage to itself, but I remember that card was very good.
We're talking about Monkey Dory here.
But
Monkey
it's such a good effect. Like, especially in Gardevoir, because it's like a Moonlit Hill on steroids. And it's not like regular steroids, it's like steroids on steroids. Because the thing is, you're healing 30, you're going to an odd number. Mm-hmm. So then your Drifloons with a Bravery Charm are able to get to 110, which is one-shotting Charizard. And Monkey Dory is like spreading. Yeah, it's one-shotting Pull. Like, this deck is so good.
It also turns your Fluttermane's attack into a lot more of a threat, because you can like do 30 damage on a off turn, and then the next like a couple turns later you could go Hex Hurl plus 30, that's a 80 snipe, or like a 70 snipe onto a small basic.
Yeah, that's really strong. Like, Hex Hurl gets a lot better. We're seeing the Cresselia in the 60s.
Cresselia back, I'm still not super sure about that, because it's not the same. Like, you used to be able to spread all your energies onto Curlias, evolve into Gardevoirs, take big prize cards with Brainwave, but Cresselia doesn't really have targets to load energies onto anymore.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
But I do like Monkey Dory. Also, this is playing Hyper Aroma
which
instead
I'm liking. I like Hyper Aroma.
I'm a bit of a hater. No TM Evolution is not it. I think Arven TM Evo. This is playing Irida.
For Irida? No Arven.
Yeah, no Arven. I do still think that TM Evo plus Arven is the way to go here, because Unfair Stamp is really broken here. Heroescape is really broken here. Hyper Aroma is not a powerful effect, really. It's just setting you up.
I would like to see cutting like 4 Irida for 4 Arven, cutting Cresselia for like Unfair Stamp, and then cutting Hyper Aroma for like TM Evo.
Yeah, and then you wouldn't have to cut that many cards. I think you could probably pretty easily just slot into the existing Guardy list from this current format in North America. Just add Monkey Dory plus a couple Dark, because you just have to hard attach to the Monkey Dory.
And then you cut the Prime. Then you cut the Hero's Cape for the Unfair Stamp.
Yeah, you could do that too. But yeah, this deck is great.
Unfair Stamp has been not seeing that much success in Japan.
I haven't played a single game with Unfair Stamp yet.
I've played like 2, and it was with Luxray.
Yikes. But Gardevoir, very good. Monkey Dory is, I have a feeling, going to be an extremely strong card in our format. I think it's going to see probably play with Gardevoir. Obviously, there's Blissey EX, which is, I don't think, going to be the best deck. And then there's also things like Arc could take advantage of it. Basically anything that has extra attachments going around and somewhat tanky or self-damaging.
Blissey?
Yeah. In top 4, we did see our first Dragapult here.
Yes.
This is playing Unfair Stamp, and it's playing Xatu. So there's like, we talked about this last week, there's like 3 flavors of Dragapult. There's Xatu, there's Charizard, and then there's just straight with like
Is
Mela.
Charizard like the spicy flavor?
I don't know. I still think Charizard has to be the best way to play this deck. So powerful.
No, but like Xatu is just way more straightforward. Like with the Xatu, we're having a consistent like Dragapult into Dragapult into Dragapult. So if like Dragapult, and then if they one shot you, you're like, man, that really sucks. Like you're consistently getting Dragapult at every turn. You're powering them up on the bench. You're like, you have the potential for like Mind Ruler with Alakazam, which is kind of nice. Not
decent attack.
Not super nice. But I think
I'm a Scoop Up Cyclone enjoyer in these decks.
Yeah, Scoop Up Cyclone and Xatu just feels like a natural place because you can scoop it up. And then you can attach the energies with the Xatu. So it's like a scoop up and a draw 2.
Yeah, no, Scoop Up Cyclone has felt my preferred ace spec. I mean, I've just said I haven't played a single on first stamp, but Scoop Up Cyclone has felt very strong in Dragapult, but this is pretty close to some of the lists we were looking back at last week on City League.
Yeah. So, like, we can see it's translating. It's going from City Leagues to big events, and then probably to America. Lugia, Blood Moon, Luna. Why is there no Wellspring?
This is Lugia. They're playing triple Carmine. I really like the Carmine. No research, only Carmine is interesting.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate that either. Still playing Cinccino. We're playing 3/3 line. Blood Moon, Ursaluna, Iron Hands, but no Wellspring Overprong, like Lucas was saying.
I would like to see a Wellspring Ogopan. When that card works, it's like the most broken card in this deck.
Also really would like to see second Luminion in all Lugia decks.
Yeah.
Especially with Carmine, because going first, you're Luminioning for Carmine pretty frequently, and it's nice to just have that extra out raw in your deck. And then Aqua Return is a very usable attack with Legacy Energy. But Lugia is getting a huge boost from this set, I think. Both from the ace spec and then Carmine is like a huge consistency boost to the deck.
Ursaluna's crazy.
Yeah, Ursaluna is great. I remember old Radzard pre-rotation is like you'd get down to like your last couple energies, and then you'd be able to attack with Radzard for 1, and then still have enough energies to attack with 1 more Pokemon. So like having that low energy attacker lets you stretch your resources a lot farther.
I also wouldn't mind seeing a Radiant Zard in this deck, because I feel like near the end of the game, you can just go Radiant Zard Legacy Energy.
Yeah, what's killing Ursaluna really consistently, though, is a thing. Like, usually the Ursaluna is going to stick a turn.
But, like, you can Radzard Legacy, and then they deal with that, and then you Ursaluna.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, your endgame's just
I don't hate Radzard.
Like...
I probably still want to see Luminous, though, if you're playing Radzard.
Yeah, I could see that. How many energies is this deck playing? This is a really good energy split.
This is 17.
So that's, like, kind of normal.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I mean, I would probably... This 60 looks really clean. This is a clean 60. And I think this is one of the ideal ways to play it, but I don't know. Maybe this is better than the Wellspring Mask.
We'll see. Another Dragapult. This is going to be, I believe it's in top 8. So top 4 was the Lugia. Yeah, so in top 8 here we have another Dragapult. This is pretty much the same as the other list, but they're playing Prime Catcher, which is interesting. I don't know if Prime Catcher is like...
I feel like Prime Catcher is like the second or third best ace spec. I still think Scoop Up Cyclone is broken.
I just want everyone to know Lucas's feet stink. Put your dogs away, bro. Put that back down.
I literally showered today, bro. How is this happening?
Bro, those dogs are stanky.
My bad. I was literally wearing Crocs, too. Like, they were getting air.
Comment if your feet smell better than Lucas's.
What? This is crazy. This is a crazy way that the pod just went.
But yeah, this is pretty similar to the previous list. Playing Luminion and Rotom, 2/2 Xatu. But the Prime Catcher is probably the biggest standout here. Double Temple of Sinnoh as well. 0 Enhanced Hammer.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd like to see like an Enhanced Hammer. I still think Scoop Up Cyclone is really strong. Yeah. But, I mean, there's got to be reasons that these guys are not playing Scoop Up Cyclone in their deck.
Yeah. Another Prime Catcher. This is Lost Zone Dragapult in top 8 as well.
Radzard.
Radzard's pretty cool. I feel like Radzard would benefit greatly from just the spread damage. Kind of how like old Sablezard would spread a bunch of damage, set up all the 250 numbers, so like Radzard could start just cleaning things up. You could do that similar thing with Dragapult, start setting up a board and then kind of sweep your last 2 knockouts with Radzard recycling.
Like you can go Radzard, Broad, Nethball Gate or something.
This is an interesting concept because between Dracloak and Comfey, you're going to see a lot of cards in a turn.
And then between Dragapult and Sableye, you're going to be spreading a bunch of damage.
So it's like a lot of damage.
You're like playing Lost Box, but like refining the main win cons, I guess. Drawing cards and spreading damage.
Early game, you're just like spitting and then going straight into Dragapults probably, and then.
I feel like. Oh wait, no, I didn't see the rare candies. No, that's really clean. This list is really good.
Yeah, I don't mind this. I feel like this would be a little bit of a clunk fest, but...
No, how?
Your opening turns would be really awkward.
How? You're playing
stage 2 in a Lost Zone deck, bro.
I feel like we could totally be playing, like, another Jet Energy in this deck, and then the 60 gets way better.
Yeah.
I think the 60 is really good.
I'm a fan. I'm not a fan of this, like, over other Dragapult decks. I think this is an interesting concept, but I don't think this is better, like, than Dragapult.
This probably beats Mirrors.
It's just less consistent.
No, does it? No, because you have more small things on your bench.
Yeah. Look at that. We did not have the other Miraidon list. The other deck in top 8 was Miraidon, but no list for that. Last deck we have here in top 8 is a straight up Snorlax stall. No Pidgeot EX involved, just the double Rotom, 4 Snorlax, Chi-Yu, Mimikyu, Pidgeot, and a bunch of stuff.
Seeing the 4, I forget what it's called, but it's...
The new flute that looks at top 5 and puts the basic.
Yeah, and puts basics. And then we are seeing the fan, which is whenever you attack into it, you can move energies, which is something me and Landen have been considering in Dragapult.
Yeah, I think that the fan has a lot more utility than people think it does.
Yeah, I think fan's kind of strong.
Especially when you're like using synergy, like it would synergize a lot with Scoop Up Cyclone. Say they hit your Dragapult, you move an energy off, it tanks the hit. You Scoop Up Cyclone it back. You have the fan on the new Dragapult. You can get up to 3 activations out of it because then they hit and then they have to kill you with the other shot. So you could make them force 3 extra awkward attachments would be nice because you could like put it on your Bad Ninja or putting on like a Bibarel or whatever.
Yeah, like especially in a format where there's a lot of 2 shots and there is Scoop Up Cyclone, I think you're going to be getting a lot of value from this fan, and I kind of like it in this deck. Like, you're just going to go fan to the Snorlax, you're going to run them out of energies, and you're going to win.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I feel like 4 of the Flute, I don't know if that's the correct way to do it.
I think 3 or something.
No, I feel like you're probably playing like pretty close to 0 or all 4 because playing one of these, you play it once, it's probably going to whiff, but between 4 of them, you're probably hitting one good thing.
I kind of like this. Like, I guess we're just maximizing the amount of wins you're going to get with...
Yeah, maybe the 4 is the thing, because then you could just, like, basically always have a bad target and play for them. And then, like, just spam them. Basically, like, you're not playing Erika's or any way to get out of the discard, so the only way to get a good target onto the bench is with this, which is an interesting way to do it. Triple Temple of Sinnoh for maybe your Tina matchups or whatever, but... Giacomo over Enhanced Hammer is interesting, I guess, just for looping.
I'd like to see a 1 Como, 1... No, I think double Como is probably better. Is it though? This is clean. This is really good. The more I look at this, the more I like this 60.
Yeah, no. It's pretty nice.
This is a clean 60.
And then...
moving into top 16 here.
Top 16, we'll have a look at that as well. We have a Ancient Box here in top 16.
With
pretty
the
standard
drum?
looking. Yeah.
The Drum of Awakening.
Playing Awakening Drum, playing Double Superior, but this is looking pretty much identical to... We didn't get any new Ancient cards in the new set, did we? There's no Ancient or Future cards in that new set.
No, wait, maybe they're done.
There's only 2 sets of Ancient and Future?
Yeah.
That's cringe.
That's really cringe. I guess because if you add more Ancient cards, like the deck just gets more and more broken.
Yeah. We have another Lost Zone deck here in top 16. This is looking...
pretty clean. Pretty
similar to most things. Playing an Iono and a Roxanne.
No Roaring Moon?
No Moon. Blood Moon Ursulina, though, is like, fantastic in Lost Zone decks because think of all the times where you get Iono to low cards, they attack you with something, and you're just like, I just need to attack. But then you're on an Iono to 2, then you have to hit, a lot of the times, like, Super Rod, Nest Ball, back out your Roaring Moon, you go, like, you have to hit Mirage Gate, you have to attach, but you can just go, like, Nest Ball for Ursulina, attach, attack for game. It's, like, so much easier to assemble that, like, late game combo, so I think...
This deck just never beats Dragapult.
I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does. Excuse me. Excuse me.
But you've been coughing so much.
I know. I'm a menace.
Are you sick?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Leave the room, bro. He's sick.
But yeah, this is pretty close. Playing Triple Vacuums. This is like a Turbo Lost deck. Without Moon, though, is interesting.
If you need water, there's water over there.
Oh, we're almost done. I'm good.
Okay.
Now the Lugia in top 16. This one playing Ogerpon for Carmine.
No Call for Family Mencinos.
1 basic Lightning Energy is not the move.
Not the move. No. Not liking this, but it is playing the Wellspring.
Lost Vacuum.
4 Carmine's kind of sick. This list is clean.
Except for Lightning Energy. Lightning Energy
is just bad.
Play 2 Lumineon.
Play
2 Lumineon. 2 Lumineon. Yes.
Wait, 1, 4, 8, 12.
And he'll be 16, but that'd be fine. I think 16 energy is enough.
I mean, you could probably cut it for like a 4th Mist or something. But I also don't mind just cutting this and then playing second Luminion, and then you could even like cut Research or something. Or cut down to 3 Carmine, or cut Vacuum or something. Like, this list can be easily refined into a very, very good
I also am not a fan of Zero Collapse in Lugia, but a lot of them are just playing Double Goza. Another Lugia. There's a lot. There is like multiple more Lugias in top 16. So another Lugia.
Weirdier?
This one's playing Weirdier V and Snorlax.
2 Cinccino. No hands.
I don't think Weirdier is the move.
I don't think
it's way worse than Cinccino.
I don't think 2 Cinccino's the move. I don't think Jamming Tower or Thornton is the move. I don't think 1 Carmine's the move.
Nah, this list ain't it.
This list ain't it, bro.
Next, Lugia. Again, another Lugia.
Another Weirdier.
Same thing. Is this not the same
list?
list?
No Carmine.
Oh, no, this is a different list.
No Carmine.
3 Goza, no Carmine, only
What?
You're playing 17 energies.
Bro, Carmine is like the best card in this deck.
2 Lumineon at least.
Yeah, true.
And then...
Gouging Fire.
Last list in top 16 here is Turbo Gouging Fire. I saw Omnipoke do his like reaction to Champions League or whatever, And he was so flabbergasted by this list. It was awesome.
Yeah.
He was so mad about it. The double grabber, he was just like, why are there 2 grabber? Just play relevant cards. And then the Lucians as well.
What does that card even do again? It's like, oh yeah.
It's Ilima, but has the Iono text to the bottom. So
you put it to the bottom and then you flip a coin.
Both players flip a coin. If you flip tails, you draw 3. If you flip heads, you draw 6.
I hate it, but I feel like I'd rather be playing Iono.
Or Judge. I don't know.
60 could be better. I think I like the Delphox. I like the Valiant. There's lots of like relevant pings, so you can put them down to 260. Like if they have 280 HP.
Yeah.
The E switches are good. The Basin's good. Like this list will do what it wants, but these extra cards could just be better. Like these grabbers. These what was the card even?
Lucian.
Like the grabbers, the Lucians could just be like better disruption. Like it could just be like double Iono. It could be
Delphox V too though.
Yeah, Delphox V.
Don't forget about Delphox V. We can go Magma Basin, E switch attach. Snipe Town.
Yeah, like you could even go like play double judge and then play like 2 grabber or like double judge or something else and then have like we'll just run with the grabber. Like if we just cut the Lucians for judges or like 1 judge, 1 I don't know. In an ideal world, you'll go bench Delphox, bench Entei, 4 Sealstone to my Entei, Sealstone for my judge, play judge, just attach Sealstone and then just ideally have judge. So then you go judge. And then you have your energies on your Delphox. You grab her. You 120. Kill their board. Kill their hand. Pretty good. Like in an ideal world, but I think we should just not be playing Lucian. And I think we should just be playing Judge at least.
I think we should probably not be playing Gouging Fire.
I think Gouging Fire is kind of good. This deck also, if Dragapult just play Defiance Band, this list just gets cooked.
Yeah. I don't know.
And vacuums.
Congrats to this person, but I don't think that we're going to be seeing much more of it.
Dialga.
So this is just top 64, so we don't really need to go through this. This is not really relevant. Like,
is it? Greninja? There's like a Greninja.
There's some Greninja, there's Dialga here, but I think we've hit what we want to hit today for the most part.
True.
Yeah.
Do you got anything we want to talk about?
No, I don't think so. Like over the next couple of weeks, you might see some other videos from us. We're gonna try and like do some cool, maybe a gameplay video with all this lighting.
Yeah.
Don't expect like.
Yeah. Consistent. Don't expect consistent. Like
we're just hanging out this week. We're gonna try and record some stuff because we can.
Maybe. And we're also gonna test. We gotta get ready for LA.
Yeah. So we might end up just doing that, or end just doing this. I don't know. Some stuff.
Crinkle the bag to the mic again, bro.
No, I don't want to.
That'd be so funny.
ASMR people. But yeah, maybe let us know what you think. I mean, this is like a pretty last minute setup. We have a lot of ring lights in this room.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6. There's one below us.
There's one. That's what I counted. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Light over there. 7.
So there's 7 lights in here.
Webcam is connected to a ring light. So yeah, we're using ring lights, bro.
So yeah, we're just kind of experimenting with things, and eventually there'll be like. This is probably months from now, like a more professional looking like booth set up with like chairs and permanent fixed microphones. And
wait, turn off the window capture.
Oh, you're right.
Wait. Let's do you want to try to show him the whiteboard?
No, not the whiteboard. There's a whiteboard behind us, but the ring lights reflected too hard off of it. But
yeah,
that's our content for today.
That is our content for today. I mean, yeah, like what do we have for the next couple of weeks? We have LA. I think. What do we think for LA? We're thinking Arctina. I think right now.
I'm not sure.
I'm not really sure, but I could also see us like move into control.
You could see yourself moving into control.
Yeah. Why are you not thinking of playing control?
Control deck. Fun fact, I used to play so much control decks, guys. But all I would play was control. If you have some time in your day and care enough, you can go on my Limos page, and the first 2 entries are Sylveon GX control, from like 20.
You play good control decks.
I used to play Sable Garb when the Sable Garb was relevant.
Yeah, like you play control decks when they're good. I think right now control is in a really good spot because it takes a good Dialga matchup, a good CPA matchup, a good Zard matchup.
I just don't find it interesting to play that personally.
What? How?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't find it appealing. But Lucas, do you have anything else to say before we wrap up with the pod today?
No, not really. I think we've kind of gotten our main points across. I think Pult is like pretty strong, but there's ways to beat it. Defiance Band seems really strong in Pult. I think Scoop of Cyclone is still a good spec.
Lucas has Riz.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I think there's just a few things that Dragon Ball could be playing. I think the heavy Carmine counts in Lugia are really strong.
Yes, Carmine's cool. I'd like to see like a 4 Carmine 4 research deck if that ever became relevant. I want to play that before Carmine rotates.
That's no shot. Bro, just put it in Arc.
Nah. But that's been the Skibbity episode.
Bro, how did you manage to fit it in?
I exist to troll Lucas. But I'll do the outro, or you want to do the outro?
I got the outro. You got the intro.
Okay.
You have been listening to the Lost Mine Pokemon Trading Card Game podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good rest of your week, and we will see you next week.
Please bake me some fresh cookies.
Sure, bro.